Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ravneet and today I am back with my Deck of Panning project pan update. So this project was started by Emily and Max. It's been going around for a few years now and it keeps coming back every year for very good reasons. I will link Emily in my description box. So she has created a game board for this project which will also be linked in the description box. She switches it up every month and you have to draw 5 cards and pick corresponding products to each prompt. This update, I am rolling all of the 5 products I was working on and I will be drawing 5 new cards, which I'm really excited about. But before we get started with the update, if you are new here, please consider subscribing to my channel because I make a lot of panning videos. Now let's get into the update. I had 3 products that I was working on since intro, and then I rolled 2 new products in my last update, which was my first update. For my second update, which is this one, I have hit my goal for all of those products. Technically, I was working on 6 products, but for 5 prompts. I'm gonna go over them really quickly. I'm referring to my notes here. The first product I was working for 2 months was for tens of spades. It corresponded to something liquid. For that, I rolled in my NYX matte lip cream in the shade Rome and my goal was to use it 10 times. And last update, I had 5 uses on this one and I have used it 5 more times for a total of 10. So this will be rolling out. And the next product was 4 of spade, which corresponded to an eyeshadow. And I rolled in this goldish shimmer from my Essence Bronze This Way palette. And my goal was to use it 20 times in total. Last update, I had a total of 13 uses on this one. I was able to use it 7 more times for a total of 20. And this is how it's looking like. All the product left was on the edges. So I was using a very thin brush to kind of like just use it on my inner corners. And that's the reason why the progress is not that prominent. Because now if I want to use it up, I would have to repress it because I can't really get any product off of the edges with my finger or any sort of dense brush because there's very little left of it. But I'm really happy with the progress I was able to make with 20 uses. This is rolling out as well. And then the third product from my intro was Queen of Spade, which was something long haul, and I picked this bronze liner to finish because I was working on this one last year in my graveyard project pan as well and I was not able to get it done. So my goal was to finish it, and last update we had 14 uses on this one and I used it 15 more times to get it done. It is all empty now. When I was using on my eyes, there was like a little bit just came off and it got stuck to my eyelid, so I just like buffed it onto both of my eyelids to provide like a nice base. And that's the reason I was able to finish it up so quickly, because I was wearing it all over my lids as an eyeshadow base and it does a really good job of getting these shimmers stick to the eyelids. I think I'm gonna miss it. There's like another white eyeliner that I'm trying to finish and I'm using it the same way, but that is not as creamy as this was. This is where we were. That's how much product was remaining and I used it all up. This one is rolling out and it's also counting towards my empties. And the other 2 prompts that I rolled in last update were Ace of Clubs. That was for something focus. And for that, I picked up this Becca Light Shifter doing Tint Illuminator. And my goal was to use it 10 times, which I did. I was mostly using it as my highlighter, so after putting my foundation on or just on like the bare face, I would just like, you know, use a little bit of it and I would tap it on my cheekbones. I really liked it that way. I think this is a product that I would enjoy a lot in wintertime because it hydrates a lot. And I also tried to mix it with my foundation, which I did not really like because this is really cool toned for me. And the foundation that I'm trying to use up, that is neutral to cool toned leaning. That's the reason I'm not mixing it with my foundation. So this is rolling out as well. Next prompt was 4 of clubs again, and that stood for brand new. For that, I rolled in 2 of these eyeliners. These are gel eyeliners from AOA Studio. These were the brand new at that time and my goal was to use both of them 5 times each. I really enjoyed them. I wore them a ton in my waterline and I also wore this purplish one in my Pan That Palette update, but I wore it as an eyeliner, like an accent liner. I really like wearing it that way as well. I am really enjoying them. They are very creamy and they also set pretty well. I think I'm gonna get a lot more uses out of these ones, and this has gotten to the point where I would need to sharpen it. Sharpening these ones is the part that threw me off a bit, because this is not wood, this is plastic, but these are rolling out, and it's time to draw 5 new cards. I am back with my jumbo cards and we have Joker right there. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Okay, let's pick the first card. I'm excited. Oh, 3 of Hearts. And the next one, 8 of Diamonds. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle again. Oh, 10 of Spade. Yeah, I rolled 10 of Spade in my intro as well. 7 of Clubs. I really like that we are getting all 4 colors. 4 of Spade. Okay, so these are my 5 cards that I will be working on. And I'm gonna go right now and I'm going to match the prompts, and I will be back with the products they correspond to. I am also pre-filming this video because in mid-June, I will be away. My family is visiting me, my brother and my cousin. We're all planning to go to Quebec City, and I'm also planning to take them to do some local stuff here in Toronto. I will be pretty busy, and that's the reason I am pre-filming. And the other reason for pre-filming this video was because I had met all of my goals. So I was like, okay, I have all the goals met, so let's roll new stuff in. So at the point of me filming this video, the game board has not been reshuffled, so I will be referring to the prompts in previous month's game board. I hope that's okay with you. All right, I am back. This took a while. I wasn't expecting it to take that longer. So let's go over our very first prompt, which was 3 of Hearts, and it corresponded to not cruelty free. For that, I have chosen this NARS lip balm. Is it lip balm? It's in the trial size. I got this as a birthday gift from Sephora along with their Laguna bronzer. And NARS is not cruelty free. I believe it used to be a few years ago. My goal for this one would be to use it 10 times. Let me give you guys a swatch. Yeah, it's really sheer. I think I am really going to enjoy this. And I'll also mark it to compare what 10 uses do to that one, because that's a really tiny mini lip product, and I think 10 uses are going to show a lot of progress on that one. Next card is 8 of Diamonds, and this corresponded to concealer, and for that I have chosen this Ordinary concealer, and my goal is to use it 10 times. This is in the shade 2.0 Yellow Gold. This is a perfect match for me for spot concealing. I don't do a lot of spot concealing on everyday basis. It's only if I want to glam up. The reason I'm only putting 10 uses on this one is because I am working on another concealer in my project pan to finish it. That's why I want to focus on that one. The next card we got was 10 of Spade, and it corresponds to No Pan Left Behind. For that, I have chosen my Flower Beauty Jungle Lights palette. The reason why I have chosen this one is because it's all shimmer palette, and it can really pair well with my all matte palette in my Pan That palette. So only 6 shades. It's gonna be fairly easy for me to do so. The reason I picked the palette with less shade is also because I'm working on a 16 pan palette in my project Level Up, and I want to use all of those 16 eyeshadows at least 5 times each and hit 5 pans, and that's why I don't want to overwhelm myself with a lot of eyeshadows, and that's the another reason I picked this one. All of these shimmers are really pretty. I'm gonna swatch them for you. If you have watched my Natasha Denona Yucca Palette dupe video, I have picked these 2 eyeshadows right here for duping some of the shimmers in her palette. In the pans, they look a lot lighter simply because they have a lot of shimmer in them, but their base is different for sure. And you can see the true color of these ones in the swatches. And that tiny glimmer of glow is my NARS lip balm. Moving on to the next card, which is 7 of Clubs. It corresponds to birthstone. So I had to do a quick Google search for what my birthstone is. It is opal. So for that I have chosen Urban Decay's Toned Vibes palette, and there's a shade in here which is called Opal Aura. This is what it looks like, and my goal for that is to use it 10 times as well. Let's swatch this guy. Okay, I'm gonna do it over here. It really looks like the opal pictures, very iridescent, has a few colors in it. So really excited to use that. And my last card is Four of Spades, and that corresponds to a fragrance. I don't have a lot of full-sized fragrances, and I only had two. One is this one. It's Versace Crystal Noir. And the other one was Chloe's, and I accidentally dropped Chloe on floor and it shattered. I could literally smell all of that money evaporating off a floor. Anyway, all of the other fragrances I have are mostly the samples that we get with Sephora orders. I don't like very strong fragrances, and I can't stand strong scents. I mean, I want to call myself scent sensitive, but that's an extreme word, I guess, for me, because I don't have any sort of worse symptoms with sensitivity. Like, the only thing I get is headache. I don't get any adverse symptoms that actual scent sensitive people get, so I refrain from using the term scent sensitive for me. But I still am very sensitive to like really strong scents. I cannot stand them at all, and that's the reason I don't like wearing a lot of perfume. But this one is really mild, and the Chloe one is also the one that I like a lot. I got a little sample for new Kayali Pistachio fragrance. I think that's nice as well. And then there's another fragrance from Alice Smith. I don't know the name of that, but yeah, I like that a lot. But other than that, I have not gone out to venture smelling a lot of perfumes because I know it's gonna cause headache and I don't want that. So that's the reason why I only have one full-sized Versace fragrance now, and my goal for this one would be to use it 10 times. Also, can we just take a moment to appreciate the bottle? It's like so fancy. Anyway, those are all of my 5 prompts and the 5 products that I will be working on for the month of June, I would say, because I'm filming very early in June. But with that, we are wrapping this video up. Thank you so much for sticking with me until the end. I hope you have a wonderful day or night, depending on when you're watching my video. I will see you in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.